Hi friends, it's Kim with Sweet Daisy Creations. How is everybody this Tuesday morning? I am coming to you today. I think we're going to make a Halloween wreath. I have a lot of goodies here that I want to use in my wreath, so I thought I'd show those first. I've got these cute little Halloween picks. I've got 3 of them. I'm just using some leftover stuff I have. I've got 3 of these that I think would look cute inside of this wreath. And then I've got a few of these ornaments left because I'm just going to use leftover stuff. So I've got some, I've got the shiny one and then another shiny one of these balls. So I think we're going to use those. I've got this super cute ribbon that's black with orange glittery dots on it. I've got this one that looks like spider web. I've also got this one that just says happy haunted, stuff like that on it. And then I'm thinking about using some of this Harlequin, I think it's called, ribbon. And then I might use some of this ribbon in it too, the chevron. So I've got those ribbons. Then I've got these little picks that they're very, they've got a little star on them. I don't know if you could see that. There it is. And they got red and black. And I've got a couple of those left because I made a wreath last year like that. That turned out super cute. In fact, I think I sold it. Last year I went to a craft show for my daughter's drill team. They do a craft show for to make money for their activities and things of that nature. And they're doing another one this year, but I'm not getting in it because I just didn't have time to mess with it with my son going off to college and everything. I just didn't have time to like get all my wreaths made and so forth and signs and things of that nature to do it. So I didn't have time. But anyways, I'm going to also maybe use this stuff, although it's quite messy, so I'm not sure. It's like going all over the place, but it's kind of a, more of a decor thing, I think. I don't know. I was kind of thinking about doing it, but I'm going to be using this black mesh that's just, I love this mesh because it's kind of shiny, but it's not, you know, it doesn't have foil in it necessarily. And I've got my black pipe cleaners. And then I thought maybe I might add some of this roping in there, this Deco Flex tubing. And it's got orange, it's got a little bit of green in it, but I thought I'd add a pop of color. And then with the black, I also think I might make some tubes to put into the wreath made with this real sparkly orange mesh. So I think it'll be a very cute wreath. And so anyways, let me make some room, and I think maybe we'll get started on it. And I will have to speed up during times because this video will be super long if I don't. But basically, I just normally let this drop to the floor and get some of it. And I scrunch it together like this. And I put it, I always start at the outside. Now, not everybody starts on the outside. Some people start, you know, on the interior side of their wreath. And this is one I used before I took what I had off of it. It was a fall wreath at one time, but this color works just as well with this. So you just put that in your first twist and give it a good twist. And then normally what I do, so that this isn't so messy, is I'll take a part of a one of these pipe cleaners, and I only need just a little bit of it, so I'll cut it in half, or cut about that much off of it, and then I will take it and twist it around this so that you don't have such a messy bottom there, and just twist it around, and then it doesn't show so much on the wreath. Now, to get started, I'm going to do the loop method on this one because they just seem to come out well. And I normally, let me see, I got to get my ruler. you want all your loops to be the same size. And so normally when I make a wreath, I do it anywhere from right around 11 inches. I don't like them to be super, I mean, because some people say use 14 and then it gets super loopy and it kind of, I just don't particularly like it when it's that big. So it's big enough if I do mine about 10 or so inches, and you just pull it out like this, 10 to 11. And I'm going to go to 11 inches right there. And then I'm going to take my poof and put it in the next pair of twist ties. And then I'm going to keep doing that all the way around. And I'll measure each time to make sure I'm at 11 inches, because you really would like them to be all the same size. But I'm going to stop for now and get this finished, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I have finished down the bottom part of this wreath, and now I want to transition up to the top ring here. And hopefully you can see well enough. I know I'm kind of far away, but I've got my camera way up there. But basically, I take my mesh, and I'm going to switch this around a little bit. I pull it really tight, and I put it in the closest loop. And I hope you can see that. There's my mesh. And I put it in the closest loop and tie it in. And that's where I'm going to start on the second loop layer. And I'm going to have to stand up to do this because I got to get here. So I'm going to start making my next loop. And again, I'm going to measure and make sure I'm about the right length. And then I'm going to take it and put it in the next twist. And I'm going to keep doing that all the way around, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, we've made it to the other end of the final top part of the wreath. And now I've got my mesh hanging out here, and I'm going to cut this off right about here, and then I'm going to tuck the remainder into the wreath where you won't see it. And then normally after I'm finished, I will take the remainder of this mesh and I will tie it to the frame so that it doesn't stick out. So I'm going to pull it through here on the back. And then normally what I would do is I would take a twist tie right here and get it nice and tight on the back. But that's how it looks so far. And the next thing I want to do is cut up some of this, I think, to use in it. Make some kind of like tubes like this, but I'm going to cut it in half because they'll be too big. So let's see how we're going to do that. Ugh, let me set that aside. And usually about 10 inches would be good enough. And I've got my mat here so I can measure. And where is my... Okay, I got to look through my stash here to find my rotary cutter. Ugh. Okay, rotary cutter. And 10 inches, so 10 to 20 right here. And yeah, I don't have enough space on here. I've got too much junk on my table. But anyways, I'm going to... Okay, it's locked. Let me unlock it. There. And I'm going to cut it at 20. And then next thing I would do is cut this. It's should be, let me see here, 21-inch mesh. Yeah, 22. So right around 11 is where I'm going to get an even pieces. And what I'm going to do is go around and put one in every single twist. And all I'm going to do is roll it up like this and stick it in a twist. And you open the twist back up. You do not stack them on top of each other because that makes a really messy wreath. So you always open your twist back up where you started, and then you put it in, and won't that be cute? Yeah, we're going to do those all the way around the wreath. I'll do another one, show you. And you're going to have pieces as you work on your wreath that you're going to have little strings and stuff, and you just, when you get finished, clip those off the best you can. These mesh type wreaths are always going to do that. There's not anything you can do about it. But anyway, stick that in. And see, it's already looking cute, adding those in. So I'm going to go for a second and cut all my, this mesh over here into these, and then I'll get those put in and we'll go to the next step. Okay, I'm back, and I have put in all of these little spiral things, and isn't it looking cute already? Let me get that off my phone. Isn't that looking adorable? I think just like this, it's a pretty wreath, but of course we're not going to leave it like this. I think the next step, I'm going to put in some of this Decoflex tubing. And normally how I do that, I mean, you could, you know, twist it in and out. I mean, it kind of does whatever it wants, and that would be pretty, and I could do both, actually. You could have, you know, some of it just twisted in here and there and have it kind of loop out, and that makes it real pretty. Or it's real simple to make like a little bow with it. Do a couple loops like this. Actually, let's do it this way, because you want a little tail. It kind of looks cute when it's got a tail. And you just make you a little bow like that. And you can stick that in, and it adds so much more color. I don't know if you can see that. It's real hard for me to do this. But you put the color in there like that. Let's see if you can see that. I'm just going to twist it in for a second so you can see. I'll show you up close. See how I've twisted that in? And obviously, I've still got this other half here, but I would leave a little bit on the end so that it hangs out. Maybe not that much. I mean, I don't really have it twisted in there too well, but basically, you can twist it in like that, and it makes a very pretty look on your wreath. Or if you wanted to do a combination of both, that would be good too, where you could maybe start with a bow and then bring it up a little bit and do another bow and come around. And so you would have it also doing this thing where you go from one loop to the next, and it will make the little loops around your wreath. So I think, let's see how we want to do this. Maybe we'll start, probably, let's do this. We'll make a bow, and I just twist it together like that. This is kind of not, it's kind of looping too much, but make it kind of big, and I do about at least 4 loops because it makes it nice and big. And then, I don't know if this one's going to be long enough. I have another package. But I would probably start up on the top, open my loop up, or my twist, stick this in, and then do that with it. So where it sticks out. And then you could go over to the next one and kind of just do this and not put a bow. And then go to the next one and maybe add a bow there, and so forth. But I'm not sure I'm going to use that quite yet because we still have to put some ribbons in. So I think we'll do the ribbons first, and I think I definitely want to use this sparkly black one, I think, for sure. And I'm thinking this might look good on there. Give it a kind of a different twist. And this. So I'm planning on, normally when I make a wreath, the more stuff you add to it, the more it's going to look better. So I'm thinking maybe we'll have a big bow up in one corner and maybe a bow in the other corner. So I got to see if I have enough ribbon to do a bow with and do strips too, because this one's not very full. So I could just do these 3 ribbons, and that would look cute. All right. Anyways, let's see. I think we're going to make a bow. I don't want this video to be longer than crap. So what we'll do is we'll make like probably a funky bow. And I'm going to leave that one out of the mix at the moment because these are brand new, so I have plenty to work with. And let's see. cut our ribbon at like 31 inches or something to make a nice big bow for a nice wreath. And this one, I think, yeah, that's a brand new ribbon too. So I should have plenty of ribbon here. This spider web, kind of cute, isn't it? And then this I've used, so I don't know if I have a lot of this left. So I think I've had this one. Yeah, I've used this one. Okay, well, we're going to cut them at 31 inches, I think. So let's give that, I think that's going to be enough. Yeah, that should be enough. 31 inches. And then I'll do the next one, 31 inches. Okay, I'll cut all these. I'm probably going to cut nine altogether, 3 of each, and I'll be back. Okay, we're back, and I've got all my ribbons cut to 31 inches, and we're going to make a funky bow. But first, I'm going to have to dovetail all my ends. And the way I do it, everybody does it different, but I fold over my ribbon. Can you see that? And I cut from the folded side and over to the corner. And it makes a pretty, pretty dovetail. Let me show it to you again. I fold it and always cut from the folded side. Can you see that? That side's folded. And then I cut upwards towards the corner. Like that. And it makes a dovetail. Okay, so let me dovetail all my ribbon and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Oops, I'm losing all my ribbon. Hopefully you can see this okay. I know I have to keep my camera way up there. But I wanted to say something about this ribbon. It's two-sided, and look at the back. Isn't that pretty? It's green and purple, glittery on the front. Isn't that pretty? I get all my ribbons from thecraftoutlet.com. They're a company in Louisiana. They only do shipping and stuff. They don't actually have a store. But they have the beautiful ribbon. They have all your wreath frames, which I've pointed at my wreath over here. The work wreaths, the deco mesh, this deco flex tubing stuff, things to put on your wreaths, all your embellishments and things of that nature. I mean, they sell everything. So just go peruse their site if you want to make a wreath. And you can probably find most of the things that I have here from there. But anyways, let's get started on making our funky bow. I've got my pipe cleaner ready, because this can hurt your hands after a while when you're working on it. But what I do first is I get up to the 10 mark, 10 inches, and I pinch it. And then I fold it over to make up a loop, and I want my loops to be about 5 inches long. So I measure out 5 inches, and there's my first loop. And what I'm going to do next is, because it really wouldn't matter with this if you wanted a little more interest, but I could do that because we do have a little bit of purple. So maybe I won't, because normally, let me look at this right way. You would take the back one and you would twist it around so they both are the same. But on this particular, because you have this two-sided, that would be kind of cool to have that mix, I think, in it. So let's try it that way. Anyways, and then we'll take our next ribbon, and I didn't want the oranges together, so let's put our black one next. Same thing, 10 inches. Put it in my hand, and I'm going to go this way with this one. Start it this way. And I'm going to make a loop. And I'm going to make sure it's 5 inches, because I don't want my loops to be different. basically I can eyeball it. That's about right. And then we'll put that one there, and then this one needs to twist. And then we'll pick up the next one, 10 inches. And this one will go straight up, or the other way around. Bring that downwards. So here's my tail back here. And then I'm going to make another loop. And this one's way too big right there, so I'm going to make it about the same as the other one. Make sure they're the same size. Pinch it in my hand, and I'm going to twist this back one so that it's right side out. Then I'm going to pick up, okay, so I've got 3 different ribbons in here so far. I'm going to repeat this process and start with this next one. And I wonder if I should turn it over and do it the other way. No, I don't think I'll do that. I think I'll just have this purple sticking out every so often. Or actually, I think I'm going to leave it orange, actually. But do the same thing. You go up to 10. And this one was up like that, so you're going to do this one this way. And pull this up like this. Bring it out a little bit so you can see it. I'm going to make it about the same size. The loops about the same. Let's pull that out just a hair. There. And then we're going to, let's see, twist that one. And then that's starting to look cute. I got my other one there. And we keep going. This, no, we're going to do the other way with this one. I think it's backwards. It is. Okay. And I'm going to make a loop. Make sure it's about the same size, a little less. There. And then we will twist this one. No, that's not the one we're twisting. We're twisting the other one. Where is it? Down here. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to finish putting this together, and then I'll be back because it's going to take too long. Hi, I'm back. I've got the bow all put together. All I did was took my pipe cleaner and, you know, put it through the loop or through the center where I was holding it with my fingers, and I tied it on. I thought I was filming it, but it didn't come through. But anyways, doesn't this look so cute? It's going to look adorable on the wreath. So let me get my wreath down off the thing. And this is where we were before. All we've got is our pieces of our spirals in here. And then I'm going to find, you know, kind of like where, let's see, maybe the lowest spot is, maybe over here. Sometimes the mesh sticks out more than others. But basically, I'm going to go right through here and tie this onto the frame of the wreath on the back. See if you can see that. I'm going to tie it right here and twist it on real good. And then after I'm done, I'll come back and clip those off. But doesn't that look good on there? Look at that. Of course, I need to mess with it some because you have to get your ribbons how you want them to show. And back here. On this black and white ribbon, it's hard to tell if you've got the back or the front you're looking at. Anyways, it looks super cute. I'm thinking some of these look a little short, but I can pull them a little bit, make them longer. And I have to say, this ribbon's kind of thin, so it doesn't hold up real well. These are great for keeping your loops. And this one's a little bit better too, but this one, it's kind of a thin ribbon, and it doesn't always hold its shape super well. Anyways, I'm not going to try to get this all the same. This bow, like I want it, I would sit here forever. So anyway, so there's our bow, and it already looks great. And now I think we probably want to have some streamers in here, but I don't want it to be real busy either. So let's think. Maybe we'll do. I don't know. Let's cut a string, let's just cut a couple and see. Because we're not going to want, let's see, how are we going to do this? I don't know if we want to do. I know you can't see what I'm doing over here. But I'm trying to decide whether I want it to be super, super busy. Because with just ribbons and the bow, it actually makes a really cute wreath. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to finish up with this particular video and do a second one because I'm getting up to too many minutes. So I'm going to end this video right now, and I'll start a new one because I don't know if this upload's going to work for me, being it's like 20-something minutes long. So what I'll do is I will finish up at this point, and then I will come back in the next video and we'll finish it up together. Okay? All right. See you soon.